What's up, everybody? This is Johnny Basement, and we're back here in the basement for the AFL versus the NFL. Subscribe, bell notice, hit the like button, drop your comments down below. The link to this video will be in the comments down below. As always, guys, you see the title here, right? AFL versus NFL. I am not going to be an American that is biased on this. I'm not going to say the NFL is better than the AFL. I'm 2 years in with the AFL now. So I can give an educated two-year of education with my Brisbane Lions. Shout out to all the great Australians that have helped me follow this amazing game of footy. I am an NFL diehard for 43 years. You see, Joe Namath and the New York Jets have been my team for 43 years. They're a dumpster fire. They're an embarrassment. They given me 4 good seasons out of 43. The returns aren't really there. But that's not so much why the NFL has changed to me. The NFL has changed because it's become the National Entertainment League. It's different. This video here, we're going to go through, I guess they're comparing which sport is better. I got to tell you guys, I'm leaning towards footy now. I'm 2 years into this footy, and I've got to tell you, I'm leaning toward it. Not because my Jets suck. It's because the NFL is a national entertainment league. The players, guys, by the way, for the padding, for everybody talks about mattresses, they wear all this padding, they don't really hit that hard. They do hit hard. Every sport has hard hitters. They do. These guys are investments. Fantasy football, DraftKings, all types of sports betting, investments for the team, the players, the league, the ratings. They need certain players playing. Back in the old days, Joe Montana could get knocked out of a playoff game, and I mean knocked out cold, and it did happen. Check out Jim Burt in the New York Giants or Leonard Marshall in the New York Giants. Both of them knocked out Joe Montana. Jim Burt knocked out Montana, and Leonard Marshall, I think, had his slipped discs in Montana's back. Anyway, that was accepted then. You did that now, there'd be flags, fines, 20 minutes of stoppages, video footage, replays, reviews, all this stuff. The NFL has too many stoppages in the game. Too many stoppages. Back then, it wasn't as many. Now it's just an absolute dumpster fire. The whole league is just getting really bad. So when I saw the AFL and I saw footy, I said, man, this game is great. I didn't have any clue what was going on. When I saw guys passing down the field with their feet, I was like, what is this? This is great. It's like a whole bunch of guys out there. What athleticism. What athleticism out there. And to be moving constantly, non-stop, constantly moving on the ball. At every moment you have to know where that ball is. Ready for any hand pass. Ready for any kick downfield. Speccies. Specky is 75% of the reason that got me into footy. That move there is the greatest move in sports. Any sport. Any sport. Guys that follow me a lot, I always appreciate the support. But you guys know I compare footy more to hockey than I do football. Hockey's nonstop. Contested possessions are insane, just like it is in footy. The puck, the ball, the Sharon can turn at any moment, at any time. You have to be on your feet at all times. You can get laid out at any moment. The game hardly ever stops. Hardly ever stops except for a penalty or a commercial break. It hardly ever stops. And when they do a review, just like footy, it's over. That fast. Football, for those that don't know, a 3-hour football game on average gets about 11 minutes of playing time. That's not a joke. 11 minutes of actual playing time in a 3-hour game. And it's gotten worse over time. It's gotten a lot worse. So we're going to check this video out here, and I'm going to let you know that if it's biased as hell. I watched the first minute and 20 seconds and said, boom, we're doing this video. So I don't know the rest of it after that, but it looks a little biased. We're going to break those biases down today. AFL versus NFL. And I'm, again, leaning more towards the footy. Let's go. This I don't believe, and I will be making some stoppages to make some points along the way, but this I don't believe. 80 kilometers is like, 45, 50 miles an hour? Guys don't run that fast. A hockey player on skates is 20 to 25 miles an hour at full speed. At full speed. So you know how fast that guy would have to get a leaning head start to even get up to that speed? It's impossible. I don't see how that's true. For starters, that's a big hit, pads and not. This is 3 times harder than an AFL tackle. I'm not into footy long enough to know if that's true or not. Now, in football, there have been deaths. There's been guys paralyzed. The padding is there, but it's not Again, it's mainly because of investments, but guys, especially more so in the past when more plays were allowed, just like footy, there was more allowed in the past, in like the Lee Matthews days than it would be now. So it's not really so much about the past, but there have been players paralyzed and severely hurt and massive concussions and brain damage. So these pads don't protect everything. But they've cut a lot of that back. But now they've cut it back to the point, even if it's legal, shoulder to chest, if the referee, it's subjective now, if the referee feels that was a hard hit, and depending on what player took the hit, flag. I'm telling you guys, after 43 years, I'm really getting irritated with the sport. So I'm so happy to have footy welcomed into my life. Watch this. Knee to the face. Bang! You think that tickled? No way. Another brutal hit. Brutal hit. These are all elbows to the face. This is what happens in hockey, guys. This same stuff happens in hockey. Elbow to the face, little jab in the gut. That happens, and you get away with it. You get away with it. That's why I compare a lot of hockey to footy. The techniques and the actual intensity of the games. What a catch. Wow. Now, I will say, in footy, they do that with their feet. What a move. Look at that kick. Love it. Love it. Now, there's the stat right there. For those people that say, Johnny, you stop the videos too much. Well, it's a reaction video. That's what we do, right? Reaction. You're reacting to the video. And I think this is important to break this down because there's a lot of bias in this video. A lot of bias. And this one we're really going to break down a lot. But don't worry. The link is in the video, in the comments. The link for the video is in the comments. You can click on it and watch it. So, that's what goes to my point I was making before. $100 million a year are spent on 32 teams. I mean, that's a lot. These guys are investments. They need to protect certain players. Now, you can go and watch the hardest hits in the NFL. If you don't recognize a name, usually not a flag on that kind of player. But if you recognize big names like a Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, things like that, there's going to be flags. Because those guys are needed for ratings. You get my point? That's what that's about. But, again, the sport has soured on me a lot over the years. Footy does this. Check out Anzac Day. Anzac Day. Humongous. What a tremendous day that is. They do that. I hope they show that in here. I haven't watched this part yet. That was cool. I've seen this play. They weren't paying attention. He just picked the ball up and took off. And speccies. There it is. Got to back that up. That was a specky right there. Look at that, man. You did that in the NFL, there'd be flags, fines, people having to answer questions, reviews, people up in an uproar all week on the media shows. That is regular. I love it. Beautiful. Look at that, man. It's so amazing. What a kick. What a goal. What a side angle shot. I'm going to tell you what, guys, AFL is better. It's just a better run sport. And I'm telling you, this is a 43-year diehard NFL fan. When I grew up, you couldn't peel me away from the TV. I had to watch every single game. I didn't care if it was the two worst teams in the league playing. NFL was it for me. Basketball, hockey, baseball, loved them all. Knicks, Rangers, Yankees, loved them all. But football was it for me. Not so much anymore. Not so much anymore. The game has just become the National Entertainment League. It's definitely the godfather of sports over here. For no doubt it is. But basketball, hockey, and baseball are far better to me. And the AFL now, footy, that's in there with those sports for me. It's in there with those sports for me. I'll always love my New York Jets, and I'll always pull for them. But honestly, guys, outside of watching my Jets, dumpster fire of an organization and team, I'll always love them. It's like your problem child, but you got to love them. I'll always love them. But I don't watch a whole lot of other games anymore. I wait for that footy season to come back because really, to me, the NFL is taking a back seat to footy. And for those, by the way, that mock footy without watching it, little unfair. If you're going to make, I've seen the comments in here, for Americans that trash footy saying, no, they don't hit it. Watch some games because it's not a big sport over here and it should be. Footy should be worldwide. If the guys really watch these games, they would see the skill and the athleticism that comes along with this sport. It's absolutely incredible. I was sucked in from day one. And the ones that have followed me on my footy journey know. I didn't just pick the Brisbane Lions. Go to my videos back around February or March of 2023 when I was picking my teams. I picked it before the 2023 season. I picked the Lions. Everybody thought I was going to pick the Pies. I picked the Lions. I loved what they had. They had an up-and-coming team. They were building with young players like Will Ashcroft. They had veteran players. They had just gotten Joe Danaher from the Bombers. They already had Charlie Cameron. They had some Lockie Neal. They had some good players. Oscar McInerney. They had I just said Lockie Neal. Eric Hipwood. Now they have Loman the Showman, and they're going to get Ashcroft's brother. I'm really into this, man. This sport is intriguing to me. It's exciting. And like I said, I compare it to hockey. The speed. If those that haven't watched hockey, just watch it. You'll see what I mean. Yes, one's ice, one's on grass. But the speed, the contested possessions, they're all right there. The hits, the movement of the puck, you got to be Johnny on the spot, Johnny on your toes, paying attention at all times. The shifting of the speed, everything is just amazing. Just amazing. The NFL has taken a far back seat to me, to footy. It just has. I'm 2 years in, guys. This is 43 years of NFL experience. All right? You heard it here first. This is a very biased video. They didn't even show the Anzac Day celebrations and all the military and everything that they do over there for Australia. Just like they do over here. We have the military flybys. We have all of this stuff. That shout out to the military in America. They should do it. They should show Anzac Day. They should at least show an Anzac Day in here on these comparisons. Anyway, I'm Johnny Basement. Subscribe, bell notice, hit the like button, drop your comments down below. Again, the link to the video will be in the comments down below. I appreciate you all, and thanks again for everybody that has helped me along in my footy journey. I cannot wait. There's footy season, and there's waiting for footy seasons. I get it now. All that told me that, I get it now. I'll see you on the next video, and I am out.